Hey everybody, it's Briggs. Hello, or Alex, or however you know me. Hello. Um, I'm sitting in City Skylines, but all I'm doing is kind of just following this bus around. Gives you an idea of what the city looks like that I'm playing with. Um, but really, this is kind of a vloggy type video. Um, I kind of need to explain what's been going on because it's been, a good couple of months really since I've been really regular with vlogs and such. So you don't really know what's going on at the moment. So I better, in a way, kind of update people, especially people who don't really know who and what I'm all about at the moment. So um, let's start from the beginning. February. I do every February. Well, I say every. This is the third February that I've been doing my walk a day sort of challengey thing, where I basically walk a day. I do one walk a day, or as many walks as possible, walking a specific distance, which is, in my case, 2 miles per day. Um, Once I do that, I can do whatever else I want to do. I can do more, but I have to do a minimum of 2 miles a day. And I'm happy to say that I completed it. I did 96 miles in total throughout the whole month. That's 29 days, roughly about 3.5 miles a day, which is a lot better than last year and even better than the year before that. Which is kind of to you expect to do because I'm a lot fitter now than I was this time last year, and I was a lot fitter then than I was the year before. So you kind of expect that at some point you will be better in general. The problem is this February I ran into some problems. Like last February I ran into problems before. This was different. This was external, as in it wasn't me that was really affected. Although I was affected, but in a different way. You see, my brother developed cancer over the last few years, and he'd been fighting it, and he'd been basically beating it. He was beating it. He was beating it into the ground, and at some point in the last few weeks of the last couple of weeks of January or whatever, he started to feel confused, and he started to have issues with balance and all this sort of stuff, which led to him having a scan on his brain, which indicated when the results came back that there was some form of blockage, i.e. a tumour or encephalitis or something like that. Now I don't know really what he died from. I don't know if it was his cancer that got him, like was it a brain tumour or was it encephalitis? It was something really shitty, really just generally shit. That's the best way I can describe it, or the worst way I can describe it, I suppose. And it meant that he was going to die. Basically, is the best way for me to describe it. And so, in the middle of February, the 12th of February to be precise, my brother died after basically a week of not really us not knowing what was going on. We knew he was close to the end, but we didn't know, we didn't know what was really going on. We just we knew it was coming to an end, and that was it. So hence why you've not seen hundreds of videos of me talking about my walking and all that sort of shit, because I was in no way, shape or form ready to talk about anything, even walking. So there we go. That's the reason why I've been very kind of sparse when it comes to videos. It's just I couldn't get them out, as it were. So yeah, it's been a difficult February. March has started off half decently. I won't say it's been brilliant, but it's not too awful. I'm doing a lot more exercise. I think that's one of my ways of being able to deal with my brother dying is exercise. I've just been exercising the shit out of myself, to be honest, and I feel half decent about it. I'm knackered because today I've had my seen my personal trainer again, so today I'm knackered. If you can hear the scratching, that's my dog on the floor. and he's being annoying, aren't you, Chester? You're being a right annoying, and I can't show you. That's his tail against the computer. Can you go and sit down, please? Go and sit down. Go on, go and sit down. Thank you. So yeah, it's go on, bed. Go to bed. Yeah, it's been difficult this past couple of weeks. We buried him on the 19th of February, which wasn't a very wasn't a good day to be doing on because it's my sister's birthday. So she had to postpone her birthday for the following week, which is absolutely fine. She was okay. Well, she wasn't okay with it. Who would be okay with anything like that? But it wasn't a huge deal. And the funeral itself was kind of bittersweet. There was a lot of aspects which were really good, and everyone got to say, I think, what they felt they needed to say. They needed to say goodbye, and they needed to do. And the service itself wasn't too in your face Jesus stuff, and it wasn't too kind of off the wall. It was very somber, but it was also very kind of enlightening, because at the end of the day, we were there. You know, Tom, my brother, wasn't present anymore. He hadn't been present for a week, 2 weeks almost. So it wasn't really about him anymore. It was about us getting what we needed to get off, and mourn him. And I think everything that was said that was needed to be said was said in the right vein, and there wasn't any issue, and there was no issues, especially at the wake afterwards. It was a very decent wake. There were so many people there, and that's a testament to him, really, about how many people were there and how many, how fantastic the outpouring of grief and the stories and such that come with that sort of reminiscent. Basically everything that you expect at a wake. It was a very good wake as far as I'm concerned as well. So yeah, bittersweet. It was sad, but it was also good to see people that you haven't seen for years. And my uncle and auntie from Northern Ireland came over, and that was really great to see them. And my cousin and Adam, thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's been difficult. So you understand why I'm I was reticent to talk about it so soon afterwards, because I didn't really I wasn't dealing with it at all. And then on the other side of things, I've been trying this old dating lark, the old online dating stuff, because I don't socialise very well. I really don't like going to pubs and clubs and all that sort of stuff. I am pub going at the moment purely because it's an experiment, really, more than anything, and I'll explain about that later on in the videos, because this is going to be a fairly long one by the looks of it. But I'm doing this dating lark, and I thought I'd found someone that I thought I could get on with and date and enjoy being with. I wouldn't have said it was love, and I wouldn't have said it was going to be a huge, super long relationship or anything. But I thought, we both got on with each other. We both understood. We both had different aspects of life that we were focused on. We both kind of understood each other quite well. We could talk to each other. We were fairly compatible, up until the point she dumps me literally the weekend after I buried my brother. So it's kind of like it was like just February was a really shit month for a number of reasons. So that wasn't great. And I've had a date since, and that went really well. But for me, it's not just about if you connect with someone physically, you have to connect with them intellectually as well, as far as I'm concerned. And one way or another, we didn't connect properly. And although it was a great day, and I enjoyed myself, it just didn't work. So that was that. And then that's been it, really. Since literally the end of February, I've been very much trying to focus on different things instead of love, I suppose, is the best way. So yeah, that's it on that front. I was supposed to go back to something, but I've completely forgot what it was. I'll think about that in a minute. Fitness-wise, physical-wise, it turns out that my weird kind of dizzy spells and such might be related to a couple of things. One, it being salt related. I need to sort that traffic out. You see this traffic? I need to sort that out. And it could also be related to dumping syndrome. Now, I only thought dumping syndrome was one simple thing, and that was that it makes you feel really ill when you have too much sugar. It turns out as well that it has a mental aspect to it, which I didn't know about, which also makes you feel dizzy and all that sort of stuff, which I had no idea about, and it doesn't corroborate with my dizziness and stuff. So that's here and all there. I still haven't remembered what I was supposed to go on about. I'm sure if it was important, I'll remember it, but I won't. Pub going, yeah. So I don't know my tolerance for alcohol. I've had a couple of alcoholic beverages over the last couple of years since my surgery, and each time I've got absolutely plastered off a single shot of Southern Comfort. So I've been pub going, watching a couple of games of football, that sort of stuff, at a pub, and I've been testing what my kind of tolerance for alcohol is by drinking half pints of Guinness. And it turns out that my tolerance is about 2 pints over the course of 2 or 3 hours. So instead of just drinking a pint in an hour, what I'm going to be doing is limiting myself to half pints every hour rather than pints, and just go from there. And I know some of you are saying, well, why even bothering? Well, it's because I'm trying to become more social. I feel a general confidence that I want to get out and talk to people and be social, which I haven't felt for a long time. And so with that comes a not necessarily need to drink, but kind of a want to drink in a way. So I'm looking to find out what my limits are without overshooting them at a specific event. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I'm specifically drinking Guinness because I believe that was one of my brother's Tom's drinks that he would go to and have a pint of Guinness. I don't know how accurate that is. That's what I was told. So that's what we drank at the wake. So I think I'll just stick with that. So yeah. That's really about it. I don't think there's much else really to talk about. I'm still nowhere near sorting out a new job. That's not really been on my mind to do. I've been looking, obviously, but it's not really been a focus of mine to really sort out. So, which I do think I need to think about soonish. Otherwise, I'll lose all the momentum that I'd built up. So yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions and such, please let me know in the comments or in the bit below. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's been a bit morbid, a bit miserable, but that's the way it is. I will be doing more videos. It won't be as regular as it used to be, but it'll be more regular than it is now, which is like one every 3 weeks or something stupid. So yeah, we'll sort that out, and we'll go from there. Thanks very much, everybody, and I'll see you next time.